It was just a really good memory. I remember being so happy, like so happy. It felt like we took down these like juggernauts when we weren't even being discussed. Everyone at that moment were like, holy shit, you know, we're pretty good. Like we have a play style that was like super unique.
There's an interview where I think it was Samsung White said that like the team that they're most excited to face from North America was actually Curse. And that made me, I was like, yeah, hey, people noticed that we're doing cool shit, because Voy had the Tristana mid, which was a legitimately broken champion that people thought was cheese and were too proud to just pick.
I think Dom really started to take over as like a shot caller. We had like a very distinct voice in our team.
That split was really intense. It was such a big change for myself, but also it was kind of a test for me to see if I could really help Team Curse, which was kind of cursed with a certain standing, to breach that and hit Worlds, and we were so close.
We had scrimmed C9, they were relatively familiar with what we were doing, and at this point C9 had not lost a game in playoffs. So they were like full on God mode, and the fact that we had to play them in semis was like, I think everyone kind of knew we probably weren't good enough to beat them, and then when we lost pretty fucking hard.
Triple kill for the Kog'Maw, though. Sneaky going huge in the very last fight of the game. Cloud9, you're going to the 2014 World Championship. Can't be too sad about that one. Congratulations, C9.
So heading into the match versus LMQ, we just really felt like bad, because we didn't lose well to C9. We played pretty shitty. Even though we felt really pessimistic, in some ways it was almost kind of normal for us in that regard.
Yeah, our last game as Curse was the LMQ game. That brings back some disgusting memories, just unlucky stuff, you know.
Our fifth game of the day, it's gonna be Team Curse versus LMQ.
Game 1, Game 2, we were able to win. Game 3, it all kind of went downhill from there.
Curse, though, 2-0. They kill one more Nexus. They are heading to the 2014 World Championship.
It seemed like it was ours. I remember there was a dragon fight that we lost, and the game all of a sudden snowballed the other way.
They force LMQ to start the dragon because they know they have the advantage in split pushing, but it goes down so fast.
Dominic cannot get this fight. He flashes it anyway, though, and the battle has begun. Voyboy is stuck in the back lines, doing what he can to Xiao Wei Xiao, but he dies 1-0. Nice knockup by Lauren. In comes everybody. 3 kills picked up so far. This is a great fight for LMQ. Make that 4. Only Quas left alive. Flashes out. The cooling still on his tailbone.
We just ended up getting ace in the team fight, and then they just outscaled us from that point. So that was like the hardest game to lose for me, because I felt like that game we really had it.
What was really weird was just like the backstage environment was totally different than what it normally was. Like Steve and Saint were there randomly. Like they were usually not involved in like pre-game, post-game stuff.
Steve's giving his opinion, I'm giving my opinion, and there's too many ideas in the pot.
4 members dead for Curse. This is sure to be LMQ grabbing a lot.
13-0, 2-2, all tied up here.
Yep.
Next winner goes to Worlds.
Now it's a tied series. And then the 5th game, it was kind of like, okay, you know what, we're just gonna do whatever we want. And then there's like the infamous Voyboy Akali pick.
Let's see what Voyboy decides to go with.
Oh. Prowling's happy. This is his original counter to Yasuo.
I think that pick to this day is controversial, but it was us. Like that's just the team. That was what we did, and it was a tough series to lose. That last game, if I remember right, wasn't even close.
The LMQ just grouped up for the damage there. There's the engage. They find Cobb. He's gonna die like right away. The turret's gone as well. Voy into the back lines, but he cannot find any damage to deal. It's 4 kills so far. It's all 5. LMQ, you're headed to the World Championship.
So it's like we lose to LMQ, heartbreaking defeat, right? Reverse sweep. Everyone was pretty heartbroken by that. Even like fans and stuff, I think that was one of the first reverse sweeps that happened in like the League of Legends scene.
The highs of being up 2-0 and being close to closing out the 3rd game to now not qualifying for Worlds was really tough. And you know, that night, right after, I remember Steve wanted to have a meeting, literally like an hour after the game. To this day, I don't know if it was the right idea or not, but we had a meeting right after the game.
This is the epic conversation. I hated this conversation. I hate this conversation.
We all sat around a table, and it was like a tell-all of everything.
Every player had to state their opinion of every other player. Do you like playing with Quas Dom? Yes or no? Do you want to keep him? Like those 3 options. Do you want to keep him? Do you want to get rid of him? Do you want to look for better options? Dom. Keep him good. And then we got to Cup. And I thought this was really hard because Cobb was like one of my best friends, you know?
And that's where we came to the conclusion that we were not going to continue with Cop.
We had a Curse fan actually sitting behind us, and they picked up like the $500, $600 tab on the meal because they felt so bad for us afterwards. But I just thought that was that was just tough.
Yeah, that was like a really memorable meeting because everyone was still pretty emotional. So the feedback people were getting it was pretty brutal, and but it paved the way to the next season.
I ended up queuing with this guy, and his username was just like 01011010 whatever, and I was like, this kid is so fucking good. I was playing support. I was like, I have never played with an AD carry like this. This is just insane. I remember typing in game like, who are you?